Hello, my name is Forrest Pifer. This is my tribute speech. It is December 13th, and here is my audience. Today I'll be presenting my speech about somebody who has had a positive impact on my life. That person is Scott Nolan, my high school teacher and former wrestling coach for Bismarck High, the Demons. This speech is important because for many people, one person can make a big impact on their lives. I've known Scott for 8 years. I had him as a wrestling coach from 9th grade until 12th grade, my senior year. I also had him as a web page design teacher. Scott has made a big difference in my life. He was one of the best coaches in the state, and I was lucky enough to have him as mine. I've learned a lot from Scott, mostly from wrestling. I've learned dedication from him. I also learned that hard work pays off. Another thing I learned from him is that teamwork is very important. Scott Nolan was Bismarck High School's wrestling coach for 26 years. He retired from coaching last year, but I was lucky enough to have him as a coach throughout my whole high school career. Him being my wrestling coach for 4 years, I've learned dedication. He taught me and the other wrestlers that if we wanted to have a good wrestling season, we would have to be dedicated during the wrestling season and during the off season. During the wrestling season, I had to work out, cut weight, and keep my grades up. And on the days we didn't have practice, we had to condition. Once the season was over, I stayed dedicated to the sport by continuing working out and attending wrestling camps. Because he taught me dedication, I stayed dedicated to other things in life, such as my job and other sports. When Scott was in high school, he was a 2-time state champion. Out of the 26 years he was a wrestling coach, 16 of those years he had led the team to state championships. 7 were second place, and the rest were third places. Scott was very dedicated to his team and put a lot of time towards wrestling. He always had a plan on how to beat every team and maximize every player's potential. He put in a lot of hard work and clearly showed it paid off. Because of this, he taught me and the other wrestlers that hard work really pays off. My senior year in high school, I was dedicated to wrestling and put a lot of time and effort into it. I ended the season with a 4th place at state. I was very satisfied with this. One last thing Scott taught me was to value teamwork. Wrestling is an individual sport when you are out there competing, but everyone on the team needs to do their job to win a duel or to win a state championship. He taught us that everybody had a job to do and how to get it done to contribute to the team. He taught us that everybody had to put certain things into the team. He brought the team together and knew how important the other members of the team were and how we could push each other to become better wrestlers. I value teamwork today because of my job requires teamwork. I am very thankful and happy to have known Scott for the last 8 years. He was one of the best coaches in the state. He taught me many things other than how to wrestle. He taught me that dedication will get you where you want to be. He taught me that hard work really does pay off in the end. He also taught me that teamwork is just as important as doing things individually. I hope everybody can be as lucky as I was to have known somebody like Scott Nolan. That concludes my speech.